Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL 518 welcoming you back to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1981 Pennant race is on the air. We are in the final week, and we're in the middle of the final week. Today's date is September 30th, 1981. A huge game here at Veterans Stadium between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's take a closer look at the standings. In the American League East, the New York Yankees and Boston. The Red Sox are one game back of the Yankees for the division. The Detroit Tigers have clinched third place, and that is where they're going to end up. In the American League West, the Oakland Athletics have already clinched that division. Their magic number is 2 to clinch home field throughout. The Rangers are in second place, a game and a half ahead of Kansas City. The Royals are a full game ahead of the White Sox. California barely alive at 2 games back of the Royals with only about 5 days of baseball left to play. In the National League East, today's game, the Cardinals are a game and a half back of the Phillies. If the Phillies win this game and go to 2.5 ahead with only 4 days of baseball left, it could be very difficult for the Cardinals to win the division. The Pittsburgh Pirates are 3.5 back of the division. They are going to wind up. They can still have a chance to get in there in first, but all they got to do is try to win and hope Philadelphia and St. Louis beat each other up. In the National League West, the Dodgers' magic number is 4 to clinch this division. The Braves are 3 back. Cincinnati right now holds third, a game ahead of the Astros. These two teams are playing tonight in Ticker. A big game in the Ticker. Tomorrow we will have the Reds and the Astros could decide that division or could decide that position, that third place in the division, depending on what happens in Ticker tonight. So some very important games being played tonight, and we are going to get to them as we speak. BB and Steeler fan join us here at Veterans Stadium for tonight's big game here between the Cardinals and the Phillies. Every time we have the Cardinals, it's always a crazy game, and I'm not expecting anything less between these two. So it's an exciting matchup. The fans here at the Vet are all set and ready to go. And we are getting ready for some exciting baseball action. Let's get right to it. Starting pitcher before we do that, the Phillies historically won this game. The Phillies had 8 runs, 11 hits, and 2 errors. The Cardinals, 5 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. Starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies tonight was Dan Larson. 3 wins, no losses, a 4.18 ERA. He only had 4 starts that season and 1 relief appearance. But Larson, however, did have a 3-0 record. With a 4.18 ERA, it tells me, including the night's game, he got a lot of run support in the games he pitched. So let's get started. Top of the first, big game. The Redbirds and the Phils. A big matchup here. Will the Cardinals get back to within a half game of the division, or will the Phillies take a 2.5 game lead with only 4 days of baseball left? Leading off for the Cardinals, second baseman Tommy Herr, 268 average and 46 RBIs that season. Powder blue, white, and red dice for the Phillies. They are the home team. Let's get underway, as this week will be the final week of the 1981 regular season. Larson, a 1-4. That's a range play. Herr, a 6-1. And that is a single past the shortstop, but it's a range play first to Larry Boa. Boa's range is a 2, and he's got it on a 1. He has it, and he throws to first to get the out, 1 away. He took a single away from Herr. And that just goes as a ground out to short, as Herr actually tips his cap to Boa, who made the play. Next up, shortstop Gary Templeton, 288 average, a homer, and 33 RBIs for the Cardinals that year. Larson with the pitch. 5-3, strikeout 16. No, he doesn't get it. Templeton is a 16. Veteran Stadium, -2 to strikeouts and +2 to walks. He avoids it due to the stadium. Templeton 1-3, and he will take advantage of that. It's a base hit past second and a single for Templeton. Templeton goes to first on a single. That brings up first baseman Keith Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. 306 average, 8 homers, and 48 RBIs that year. Infield and double play depth. Nothing happening with Templeton. Larson will make the pitch. 3-6. That is a blank. Hernandez 2-2. That's a ground ball to first. Let's see if they turn the double play. 2, 3, 4. Shortstop is Boa, a 0 arm, a 1-4. It is a double play. They got it on a 3. First base actually you still make it because the first base, actually that's not a 4, that's actually a 3 because it was hit to first and it becomes a 3, but the 3 is still good. First base, back to short, back to first, double play, inning over. They still turn the 3-6-3. No runs and a hit for the Cardinals as we go to the bottom of the first. Big Clue joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Starting pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals. Bob, may the Forsch be with you. 10 wins, 5 losses, a 3.18 ERA. That's a good year for Forsch in 81. In 20 starts, nothing wrong with that. Leading off for the Phillies will be Lonnie Smith. He is in center field tonight. 324 average, 2 homers, 11 RBIs with 176 at bats. He will make the playoff roster, I believe. Should be easily there. Don't know if he's going to start though. We'll find out. Forsch with the pitch. 5-2 against a righty. Strikeout 2, and he got him. He gets Smith on a K. Strikeout number 1 for Forsch. He had 41 Ks in 81. Not really a hard thrower. First baseman Pete Rose. Charlie Hussell is up next. 325 average, 33 RBIs. Forsch will deal. 4-2. That's at the park. Veterans Stadium 5-3. And we're going to start with a rare play. We're getting a lot of those lately. So let's see what the rare play is going to be. A 55 left fielder dives after a sinking liner. Resolved as an S7 range play. Check for injury to left field. The left fielder is Dane Orge for the Cardinals. His range is a 2. He will make the catch. Nice play by Orge. Out number 2. Now we got to see if he's hurt. Dane Orge has an injury rating of 2. So the only way he stays in the game is on a 1. It is 1. He's fine. He says he dusts himself off. And he says, I'm going to have a bruise tomorrow, but I'll be just fine. So the Cardinals do not lose Orge in this game. So that just goes as a fly out to left. And now the Phillies will see left fielder Gary Matthews. 301 average, 9 homers, 67 RBIs. Woodman 564 joins us here at Veterans Stadium. And of course, you guys are waiting for the 10-minute ticker. I know that. Forsch with the pitch. 3-4 against a righty. Strikeout 5, and he got him. Struck him out. Strikeout number 2 for Bob Forsch. And 1, 2, 3 go the Fightin' Phils. No score after 1. Very important game here. A win by the Phillies. They take a 2.5 game lead with only 4 days of baseball left. Cardinals win, they get to a half game back. Anything is possible after that. Top of the second, leading off for the Cardinals will be George Hendrick. Hendrick is in right field for this game. A 284 average, 18 homers, 61 RBIs. Lena Young joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Forsch will make the pitch. 3-3. That's a range play at the park. Veterans Stadium 1-3. And that is a home run to center field. Against the righty, Hendrick is a 20. There's no chance for a range play on that. Kaboom! High, deep, and gone. The Cardinals jump out in first. on front with a big solo blast by George Hendrick. Hendrick got all of that one. A good pitch by, actually, that wasn't for, that was supposed to be Dan Larson pitching, wasn't it? Ooh, I made a big boo-boo. Bob Forsch is not supposed to pitch to his counterpart. That is upon further review, we will redo that at bat. Oh, the umpire forgot to take Bob Forsch off the mound. Dan Larson is supposed to be the pitcher, so I can't do that. We have to do that again. Actually, what was that roll? Was it a 3-1? It was a range play at the park, or was it a 3? It was a 3-1. It was a range play, right? It was a range play. Let's do this here. It was 3-1. It was a range 3-1 or 3-3. I don't remember exactly what it was. I know it was a range play, so it had to be 3-3. A 3-3 on Larson's card is a home run chance against. Let's see what that would have been. Hendrick is, well, you know what? No, let's just redo the at-bat. My bad. Upon further review, the umpire makes a big blown call, and they take a home run off the board, and Hendrick can't believe it, but Hendrick understands. We'll redo it. Larson, 3-3. Okay, now it's a real home run chance. Hendrick, a righty, a 1-4. The 3, I don't believe it. He still hit it. Kaboom! High, deep, and gone. You gotta be kidding me. He still got it. He still got it. A 3-3 is a home run chance. Against a righty, a 1-4. The 3 is good. And against it, still a 20. He still got it. I'm okay. That's the way it goes sometimes. Holy cow. High, deep, and boom for twice. And George Hendrick looks at the umpire and says, that's what you get. 1-0 Cardinals, and that's got to be the weirdest thing I ever seen. Every time I got the Cardinals on the board, something strange happens. I had a home run with Bob Forsch on the mound, supposed to be Larson. Larson makes the 3-3 pitch. He still got it, and I was going to do it anyway, and now it's legitimate. Home run, George Hendrick, 1-0 Cardinals, and the Phillies fans at Veterans Stadium cannot believe it. Tell me that's not the weirdest thing you ever saw. It's going to be one of those games. Dane Orge will come up for the Cardinals next. He is in left field tonight. 327 average, 2 homers, 39 RBIs. And yes, you can check the replay and see that I did make the mistake, but the dice gave him the home run anyway. Larson, 1-2, error on a throw. Orge, 5-1. And that's gonna be a base hit into right field. There's not gonna be an error there. It's a straight single to right, and Orge will be at first. That has got to be the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I make a big mistake with the wrong pitcher, and he still got it with the right way. Like I said, sometimes the dice do know what is going on. Orge gets a base hit. Here is Ken Oberkfell. He is at third base tonight. 293 average, 2 homers, 45 RBIs. I tried to take a home run off the board for the Cardinals, and the game said, Let's see what Orge does here. That is a 6. He's not doing anything. Larson will make the pitch. Larson, a 1-3. That's a range play. Oberkfell, 4-5. And that's going to be a base hit into center field, but that's a range play for Lonnie Smith. His range is a 2. Nope, he can't get it. That will be a single. Orge's base running rating is a 2. Single to center, -1. And center fielder Smith has a -1. So Orge becomes a 0 base runner. He will only go to second, and he will stay right there. Oh, boy, I can't believe Now, that is a back-to-back home run. That is so true, Big Clue. I was about to do it, but I said, you know what, I'll just redo the at-bat. He got it anyway. SportsCenter should have that on TV. Here's the catcher, Darryl Porter. 224 average, 6 homers, 31 RBIs. 1 out here. Infield is a double play depth. Larson can't believe it, but maybe Larson just made a fat pitch on his own just to go ahead and do it. That is a 6. Nothing happening on the bases. Larson with the pitch. 4-5 against the lefty. Walk plus 17. Yeah, he's going to walk him, and the bases are going to be loaded. He walks Porter, and the bases are loaded here, and we could be looking at a big inning. Next up for the Cardinals, center fielder David Green. A September call-up, 147 average, and 2 RBIs that year in 81. We'll see what he's going to do here. The Phillies are going to call the infield in. So let's see how this goes. Runners at bases loaded. Larson in some trouble. Checking strategy. 11 says no. Larson with the pitch. 2-4. That's going to be an automatic out. And it is going to be a ground ball to second base. Let's see if they turn the double play. It's going to be very difficult to do so. Green has a 0 double play. Larson, though, gets +1. And it's infield in, so it's going to the catcher. There's no pivot. So the only way they turn a double, so here's how it goes. It's on a 1, it's a double play. Actually, Dane Orge has a base running rating of 0. The only way Orge scores is on a 6. It is a 2. They do not get the double play. So the throw goes to the plate to get Orge, and he is out. He is out at the plate, and they do not throw to first. So there now is 2 outs, but the runners move up. With Orge, a base running rating of 0, he's not automatically out, though, because a 6, he would have been safe. But the bases are still loaded, but now there are 2 outs. So that goes as a fielder's choice. And now can the pitcher help his cause? Here is the pitcher, Bob Forsch. He batted 122 as a hitter in 81. Anything on the bases? Nope. Larson looking to get out of this jam. Pitch from Larson. 1-1, strikeout 16, and he got him. He gets Forsch, and that ends the inning. First strikeout for Larson. He had only 15 of them, but he gets a big K there, and what a weird inning that was. 1 run on 3 hits. 1 was a home run that shouldn't have happened, but then it did. And, sometimes you get the weirdest things happening in these games, and that was crazy. And I did the right thing because the pitcher, you can't have the pitcher pitch to the batter, and it still wound up the same way. So, hey, that's the way the dice roll sometimes. We go to the bottom of the second here. Forsch will take the mound. And leading off for the Phillies will be third baseman Michael Jack Schmidt. 316 average, 31 bombs, 91 RBI. Schmidt an MVP candidate that year. Wesley Crane tells us here at Veterans Stadium. He's got to go grade some papers. Well, I hope you'll catch the replay, my friend. Forsch with the pitch. 1-1 against the righty. Strikeout 7. Got him. Schmidt goes down on strikes, and that is already the 3rd strikeout for Forsch. So he's dealing even though he really wasn't a strikeout pitcher. Right fielder Tug Mcgraw joins us next. The 271 average, 2 homers, 21 RBIs. He should make the playoff roster. Forsch with the pitch. 6-4. That is a blank. Mcgraw 2-6. And that's a ball hit to center field. That is a 20. And that is going to be way out of there. And that's just going to be a fly out to center. So 2 outs there. Next up is the catcher, Keith Moreland. He gets the call at catcher tonight, not Bob Boone. 255 average, 6 homers, 37 RBIs in 81. Forsch looking in. Midlife crisis joins us here at Veterans Stadium as he remembers the Bill Swift game. There was some controversy. Oh, okay. Pitch from Forsch, 1-5. That's going to be an automatic out, and it will be a ground ball to third. That's picked up by Obertfell, and he will throw to first to get the out and retire the side. 1-2-3, go the Phillies. Redbirds ahead, 1-0 after 2. Do I have smaller playoff rosters for these teams in the regular season roster? 26-man rosters. I'm actually a extra player. I go 13 pitchers and 13 batters. And I use the final day's rosters who were available and then go by at bats, okay? Or games if I have to get the rosters. So there were 25-man rosters. I do 26 for that extra pitcher just in case. Just in case. And of course, you guys have seen, and then of course, you guys have seen some of the crazy games I have done. We go to the top of the third, and yes, Dan Larson is on the mound for the Phillies here now. Here's Tommy Herr. He leads off. He's 0 for 1. You misread something or another, then went back and corrected it. Yep, that did happen a couple of times with me. Nobody's perfect. Larson, 1-1, strikeout 6. Nope, that's too high. Herr does not strike out much against righties. 3-6 from Herr, but he drops that right back to Larson, and he'll throw to first for the out, and that is out number 1. Don't mention Bill Swift, though, MLC. A Steeler fan hates the name Bill Swift. Although I don't know what he did. I don't know what Bill Swift ever did anything to Steeler fan. I have no idea. Gary Templeton is up next. He's got a single his first time up. Larson, 1-4. That's a range play. Templeton, 2-6. That's a line drive right to short. Boa, his range is a 2. He's got it. What a play by Boa. Makes the catch. Out number 2. He had to leap up in the air to make that one. That was over his head. But Boa jumped up and got it. 2 down. What a play by Boa. Here is Hernandez, who should be in the Hall of Fame. Hernandez is 0 for 1. Larson, he will make the pitch. 3-3. Again, a home run chance. Hernandez, a lefty, though. A 1-19 clears and a 16 does. Against a righty, Hernandez has got a chance to get it. He has an 18 or lower. Hernandez swings, kaboom! High, deep, and gone! Home run, Keith Hernandez. He comes through like the Hall of Famer that he should be in stride tonight. Solo home run by Hernandez. He hits it deep. And the Cardinals now take a 2-0 lead. Stadium groans. Wife's home. Got to eat. Enjoy. Hope it's good food. But I'm pretty well, if your wife's making it, I'm sure it is. The Swift game was rigged. 2 outs, and here is Hendrick. Hendrick hit a bomb his first time up. It didn't count the first time, but it counted the second time. Larson, 5-4. That's a wild pitch. Ball 1. Larson again, 5-2. That's a blank. Hendrick, 6-6. Base hit right past short for a single. And Hendrick now has his 2 for 2. Hendrick gets himself a base hit. He will hold at first. And now we will see Orge. Orge is 1 for 1. He got a single his first time up. Steeler fans still salty about Mr. Bill Swift. Hendrick on it first. Let's see if he's doing anything. And that's the wrong die. And that's the right die. And he's not doing anything. Hendrick staying at first. Larson with the pitch. 1-6 against the lefty. That is a blank. Orge, 6-5. That's a fly ball center field. And Lonnie Smith has all the room he needs, and he will put it away for the out. 1 run for the Cardinals on 2 hits. A solo bomb by Keith Hernandez. As he goes ahead and makes a big one there. And now it is 2-0 in favor of the Redbirds. Remember, St. Louis historically lost this game. They need to win it to get back to within a half game of the division. If the Phillies win this game, 2.5 game lead with only 4 days left. We go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Phillies, shortstop Larry Boa, a 283 average and 31 RBIs. Boa had a very good year. Forsch with the pitch. 6-2. That is a blank. Boa, 5-3. And he pops that one up to third. That's going to be a pop out there. And that's going to be out number 1. One down. Here is second baseman Manny Trio. 287 average, 6 homers, 36 RBIs. So far, the Forsch is with Bob. Pitch from Bob. We'll sue a dice and re-roll it. 6-4. That is a blank. Trio takes the shot. 4-2. And that is a fly ball to right field. Hendrick will get it. Out number 2. Takes the shot. What am I playing here? Basketball or baseball? Or hockey? Next up is the pitcher, Dan Larson. He does not have his own batting card, so we use the Philadelphia pitcher's card, which is a 179 average. Forsch with the pitch. 5-1. That is a blank. Swing by Larson. 6-2. And that is a ground ball to first. Keith Hernandez will get to it easily. Take the play himself. And that ends the inning. Nothing across for the Phillies. 2-0 in favor of the Cardinals. In this key matchup here in the National League East. Had his moment, but not like Glenn Davis and Denny Walling's moment. We go to the top of the fourth. Ken Oberkfell leads off for the STL. And he is 1 for 1, singled his first time up. Larson with the pitch. 5-1, wild pitch, ball 1. 4-3, that's a possible error. Oberkfell will swing. 5-5, that's a fly ball to left field. Getting over there is Gary Matthews. His error rating is a 7. That's a 10. He'll make the catch. Out number 1. Easy fly out to left. Here comes Porter. Porter walked his first time up. Larson, a 5-3, strikeout 20, not a chance. Porter, a 4-2, and that's ground ball to third. And Michael Jack Schmidt throws to first, second out. As I'm pretty sure Steeler fan, the final game in the 85 replay when the Astros won the World Series, I'm pretty sure he has that as one of his favorites. I'm pretty sure that may be his favorite video of all time that I've done in my channel. I'm pretty sure that's his favorite video. I don't know why the Bill Swift game against the Giants in the 1994 payoff pitch season. I'm surprised he hasn't favorited that. I wonder why. Here's David Green. Green is 0 for 1. Larson will pitch. 6-3. That's a blank. He's not tired. Green swings 4-1. Fly ball center field. And Lonnie Smith will get to it and make the catch. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Larson. And he kind of needed that after the last 2 innings as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Actually, knowing Steeler fan, the game again, because the Bill Swift game was rigged. Knowing Steeler fan, I'm pretty sure he wishes I would delete that video. I am planning one of these days to go through all of my games and, utilizing the Game of the Year candidates and such from all the seasons and try to put them in a playlist where only the best games there were. I've got to work on that. I may do that during the break after we're done with the 81 season. Bottom of the fourth, Lonnie Smith leads off for Philly. He is 0 for 1. Forsch will make the pitch. 2-5 against the righty. Strikeout 7. Nope. Lonnie Smith avoids it. That's a 6-4, and it's a fly ball to left. Orge catches it. 1 away. Here is Charlie Hussell. Rose is 0 for 1 as well. Forsch looking on, makes the pitch. 5-3. That is a blank. Rose, a 2-6, and that's a ball hit to center field. That is a 15 against the righty, though. That's going to be too high, and getting over there in center is Green, and he puts it away for out number 2, and that is a fly out to center. And, of course, is evidence of how I rig things. Oh, okay. Here's Matthews. Matthews is 0 for 1. Forsch looking on, making the pitch. 6-5, wild pitch, ball 1. 1-2, that's at the park. Veteran Stadium will say 6-6, and that's going to be a base hit into center field, a possible double. That's the first hit off of Forsch. Matthews, however, has to try for second, rounding first on his way. Matthews' base running rating is a 3. Center fielder is Green. He has a -2 arm. An excellent arm out there. So Matthews will only make second on a 1. It is a 4. He turns back around, sees how quickly that ball got in, and he will be happy with a 2-out single. First hit off of Forsch in this game. It took the 4th inning to do it. And now can Michael Jack Schmidt jack one out and tie this game up? 2 outs. Matthews, anything happening there? That is an 8. He will stay put. Forsch looking on at Schmidt. Forsch with the pitch. 4-6. That's a range play. Schmidt will swing. 4-4. That's a star 6. It's a fly ball to left field. That ball is hit to Orge. Orge's range is a 2. He goes after it, and he can't get it. And that is going to be a single for Schmidt. Matthews' base running rating is a 4 with 2 outs. A single to left to get the third -2. Left fielder Orge +1 is a 3. So a 1-3 for Matthews will make third. 4-5. He holds 6. There could be an out. It is a 4. He will hold at second as Orge somehow gets that ball in quickly. So a single for Schmidt, and he will hold there. And now it's up to McBride. McBride is 0 for 1. Still 2 outs. Forsch now in his first little jam. Nothing happening on Strat. Matthews at second. Schmidt at first. Forsch ready with the pitch. 6-6, strikeout, 16 is high. McBride, 4-3, and that's a ball hit to center field. That is a 1, and that's going to be a single for McBride. Single to center. Will Matthews score? Base running rating is a 3. With 2 outs, it's a 4. Single to center, +2 is 6. Center fielder Green has a -2 arm again. So, a 1-4, Matthews will score. 5, he holds at third. 6, there could be an out. It is a 6. Now, Matthews has a -2 arm. A 1-5, there should be an out. A 6, Matthews holds at third. It is a 4. Now, Matthews, a 2-5, Matthews is out. On a 2-5, Matthews is out. On a 1, he scores, but the trailing runner is out. On a 6, it's a rundown. Throw to the plate. He got him. He got him. He gets Matthews at the plate. David Green fires right to the plate, and Matthews is out. He got him. What a throw by David Green. A September call-up, but he got him. That does go as a single, but it is the final out of the inning. No runs on 3 hits. Unbelievable throw by David Green. Nailed him easily. And the side is retired. Stadium groans. Still 2-0 after 4 for the Cardinals. Wow, what a throw by Green. We go to the top of the 5th. Already a crazy game, and every time the Cardinals are on the board, it's always nutty. Bob Forsch will lead off, and he is 0 for 1. Larson will make the pitch. 6-5, strikeout 6, and he got him. He gets Forsch, and that is strikeout number 2 for Larson. Always thinking I'm rigging stuff. Here is her. Her is 0 for 2. Larson will make the pitch. 2-6 against the switch left. That's a blank. Her 4-5, and that is a ground ball to first. Peter Rose will make the play. Out number 2. Her has grounded out 3 times. Templeton is next, and he is 1 for 2. Larson, 1-1, strikeout 18. Nope, he'll avoid it. Templeton swings 4-2, and he pops that one up in the infield. Shortstop Boa has plenty of room, moves a couple of steps to his left, and he pops it in there and will retire the side. It's a pop out to short. So Larson has calmed down a little bit, but it's still 2-0 in favor of the Cardinals. Only when the Astros lose. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Here is Keith Moreland. Moreland 0 for 1. Forsch got out of a big-time jam thanks to David Green. Forsch with the pitch. 6-5. That's a wild pitch. Ball 1. Moreland. Forsch again. 2-1. That's a strikeout. 6. Nope, that's high. Moreland, a 2-1 base hit center field. And the Phillies get the leadoff man on. That's the 4th consecutive base hit given up by Forsch, although he didn't give up any runs. Here's Boa. Infield goes to double play depth. And Boa is 0 for 1. Moreland really not a threat to do anything, and he's not. Forsch with the pitch. 5-5 against the switch left. That's a blank. Boa, 1-3, and that's a single right past second base. That will be a base hit for Boa. Moreland's base running rating is a 1, though. He will not get the third on that. He is slow as mud, and he will stop at second. Station to station, and that is now the 5th consecutive hit given up by Forsch, going back to the last inning. It's a rig when they lost. So now runners at first and second. Here's Trio. Trio is 0 for 1. A big chance here for the Phillies. Nobody out. Runners on base. Seeing anything happening on the bases. That is a 3. Moreland stays put. Forsch looking on. Moreland actually does have a stolen base. Probably a failed hit and run. Moreland gets set to go. Forsch with the pitch. 2-6. And that is a pitcher result. Trio a righty. A 1-18 is an automatic out. And the 18 just got it. And that is going to be a ground ball to short. Let's see if they turn the double play. 2-0-3. Second base is her. +1 is a 4. And no, they do not turn the double play. Moreland gets the third. Boa thrown out at second. They will not throw to first as Trio beats it out. But there is 1 out. So that goes as a fielder's choice. And so now runners at the corners with 1 away. And that will bring up the pitcher, Dan Larson. Let's see here. What do you do if you're the Cardinals? Well, the Cardinals have a 2-0 lead here. And I think, and if you're the Phillies, do you bunt? And try, no, Moreland would be a dead duck on a squeeze play. Larson's going to hit, and they're going to keep it at double play depth. They're going to keep it at double play depth and try to turn the 2. And right now, the Cardinals have been getting all the breaks so far. Anything on strategy? That is an 8. Trio is not going anywhere. Neither is Moreland. Forsch will make the pitch. Pitch from Forsch. 2-5 against a righty. Strikeout 1, and he got him. He struck out Larson. That's the 4th strikeout for Forsch. As he walks him, and that is 2 outs. Wow, he got him on a K. And now it's up to Smith. Smith is up, and he is 0 for 2. Forsch trying to get out of this inning. The Cardinals have been getting, as I said, all the breaks tonight. Checking a strategy roll. That is a 13. Nobody's moving. Forsch with the pitch. 6-5. Wild pitch. 11. No, but is it a passed ball? It's a good pitch by Forsch. It's up to Darryl Porter to make this play, or Moreland's going to score. His pass ball rating is a 4. It's a 5. It gets past him. It goes to the backstop. Moreland comes in. He will score. Trio goes to second on the pass ball. It's 2-1. A pass ball on Darryl Porter, and it's 2-1 game here. And Forsch can't believe it. And Forsch said, man, it was right there. I mean, it was right there, Keith. You should have had it. And Keith looks at him like, yeah, I know. I'm the GOAT here. So Trio goes to second, and Lonnie Smith will get another chance. A pass ball brings in a run. We'll re-roll the strategy again. That's an 18. Nothing happening. Forsch will make the pitch. 6-3. That's a walk. That 3 will walk Smith. And the Phillies inning continues. Oh, that is the first walk issued by Forsch. He had 26 of them in 81. And now, and maybe the pass ball rattled him. And a big chance here for Mr. Peter Rose, a.k.a. Charlie Hussell. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th, now a 2-1 game. Suddenly, the Cardinals are no longer getting the breaks. Checking a strategy roll. That is a 1. Trio gets the jump, but I'm not going to send him. Let Rose swing with that 325 average. Forsch will make the pitch. Here it comes. Fans here at the vet hoping for a big hit. Pitch from Forsch. 1-2. That's at the park. Veteran Stadium says 5-1, and it's going to be a ground ball to third. That'll get taken care of by Oberkfell, and he is going to throw to first to get Rose and retire the side. A weird inning that was. 1 run on 2 hits, but a passed ball brought in a run. It's now 2-1, but still the Cardinals lead it. I think we're going to be in for a crazy finish. We go to the top of the 6th. Dan Larson gets back on the mound. And here is Keith Hernandez, future World Series champion Keith Hernandez, in 83 for the Cardinals and 86 for, well, the Mets, and should be in the Hall of Fame. Hernandez is 1 for 2. He hit a solo bomb his last time up. So here we go, top of the 6th inning. Larson with the pitch. 5-3, strikeout, 5, got him. He gets him on a K. And that is the 3rd strikeout for Larson. 1 down. Hendrick is next. Hendrick is 2 for 2. He has a home run and a single. Larson looking on, and now he will deal it. 1-2, that's an error on a throw. Hendrick 4-4, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Schmidt. Schmidt's error rating is a 10. That's a 19. He won't make the error, and he throws to first to get the 2nd out. Ground out to third. And now here's Orge. Orge is 1 for 2. Larson looking in. 2 outs now in the top of the 6th. Larson, a 4-1 strikeout. 19 is way out of the park. Orge, 5-4. That's a ground ball to short. Boa will have that easily, and he throws over to first to retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Cardinals, and they still have a 2-1 lead. But it's slim, and the Philly lineup is very dangerous. Bottom of the 6th. Gary Matthews leads off for the Fightin' Phils, and he is 1 for 2. Singled his last time up. Fans here at Veterans Stadium hoping for a big hit here. Forsch, 1-2, again at the park. Veterans Stadium, 2-3, and that is a home run to the pull side. Against the righty, Matthews is a 9. That's a 17. It's going to be too high. And with a home run to the pull side, Matthews being a righty, and that's going to be a fly out the left. Oh, Matthews just missed one there. And he slams his bat in the dugout. Might have dented the water fountain. Not entirely sure. They'll have to take a look. Out number 1, Michael Jack Schmidt is next. 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. Forsch knows he got away with it. Forsch with the pitch. 3-2. That's at the park. And that's an automatic out. And that's going to be a ground out to short. Out number 2. That is not at the park. That is an automatic out. 2 outs now for McBride. McBride 1 for 2. Pitch coming in, and here it comes from Forsch. 4-4, hit by pitch. 12 is high. McBride, a 1-4, and that's a fly ball straight away center field, pretty shallow. David Green will get to there, and he will put it away for the out. Nothing across for the Phillies after 6. Still 2-1 in favor of the Cardinals. In a pitcher's duel we have between Larson and Forsch. Even though there have been a couple of home runs hit. 7th inning is underway. Leading off for the Birds is Ken Oberkfell. Oberkfell is 1 for 2. Larson can pitch to 29 batters. He's still doing good. He is due to bat 4th in the 7th. We'll see how long Larson goes. Larson, 1-4. That's a range play. Oberkfell, 2-5. That's a ground ball to first. It's hit to Rose. Rose's range is a 2, and that's a 5. He won't get it, and that's going to go into the outfield for a single. Oberkfell gets a leadoff base hit. And he will hold at first. Porter is up next. Double play depth is up. Oberkfell does have a stealing ability. And he does he get the jump? No, he does not. He will stay put. Larson looking in on Porter. 6-6. Range play at the park. Veterans Stadium 1-4. And that is a double star 2. That's a fly ball to center field. But it's a range play for Lonnie Smith. His range is a 2, and he got it on a 1. Makes a great catch out there in the outfield, and that is the first out. What a play by Lonnie Smith. Takes at least a hit away from Porter. Next up is Green. Green is 0 for 2. 1 out here. Oberkfell, he does get the jump. Let's see, 14 minus 1 is 13, and Moreland, a +1 is a 14. Green at the plate, you know what? But Green doesn't hit into double plays much as double play ratings is 0. I am not going to send him. I'm going to let Green bat. Larson with the pitch. 1-2, error on a throw. Green, 1-2, and that's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Rose. His error rating is a 2. That's a 15. Now, it could be, we have to check for 2 throwing errors possibly. So let's see what it is. So let's check it out. Double play rating 0 +1, and still stays a 1. And the shortstop, Boa, is a 0. So we got to see where the ball went to if there's only a 1 throw. So a 1, it's a double play. So only on a 1, it's a double play chance. It is a 3. So the ball went to, so Oberkfell, his base running rating is a 4, becomes a 3 with the infield to double play depth. He will make it to second. The throw goes to first to Larson, who's covering the bag. There was not a throwing error, so Green is out, and there are now 2 down. And that is how you resolve that when you get something like that. So a ground out to first. No error on Rose, because if it was a double play chance, I would have had to roll to see if there was an error on the pivot guy, which would have been the shortstop. 2 outs now. Oberkfell there at second base. And Bob Forsch is the next batter. Forsch can pitch to 25 batters before retiring. That's going to be it for him. Forsch is going to come out of the game because he's at 20. I believe he's 2 batters away from that, and they're going to pull him. So Forsch is going to come out, and the Cardinals will go to the bench. Forsch only pitches to 25 batters before he retires. So let's see who the Phillies will bring out against Larson. Be a switch hitter or a lefty. And it is going to be Mike Ramsey. So here's Mike Ramsey. He'll pinch hit for the Cardinals. A 258 average, 9 RBIs. Very good against right-handed pitching. Very good against right-handed pitching. Ramsey will probably make the playoff roster. I don't think he'll start. Larson will pitch to Ramsey. First we'll check the strat. That is a 20. Larson has a 1-6 bulk rating, and nope, he doesn't bulk. Throws to second to get Oberkfell, but he gets back. Now the pitch. A 3-4. That's a pitcher result. Ramsey a switch hitter heading from the left side. 1-14 is an automatic out. The 19 is too high. Ramsey gets the swing. 4-3. And against a right-handed pitcher, base hit right past third for a single. Oberkfell, though, his base running rating is a 4. With 2 outs becomes a 5. And he will come around third and he will score. Cardinals get the run back. An RBI single by Mike Ramsey. 3-1 Cardinals. Stadium groans. Because it was 2 outs, Oberkfell was off with the pitch, and he comes in to score. Ramsey an RBI single off the bench, and here's Herr. Herr is 0 for 3. He's grounded out all 3 times. See if anything on the strat for Ramsey. He can steal a base. Is a 7, but he's not going there. Larson with the pitch. 4-3. Possible error. Herr. A 4-6. That's a line drive right to short, but because there are 2 outs, there's not going to be an error because no throw is going to be made on a double play chance. The side will be retired. 1 run for the Cardinals on 2 hits. They once again have a 2-run lead in this very important game here in the NL East. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have a very big 10-minute ticker coming up tonight. As we'll see what happens in the rest of the baseball world, some very big dice rolls are to be made tonight. Tomorrow will be October 1st, and we will play it. I will not take a between-month break because this is the final week. We don't do it then. And, of course, everyone knows who tomorrow night's game will be. It will be the Houston Astros taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Nolan Ryan for the Astros. Bruce Bereni for the Reds. A ginormous game tomorrow night. Probably made even bigger depending on what happens tonight in the ticker. A huge game tomorrow night. The Astros and the Reds. And I know we can't wait for that. And then, of course, starting October 2nd, I'll be looking if I have to do double headers. I am not going to do any double headers unless I really absolutely have to. If I can just go with one game, I'll go with one game and let the 10-minute ticker decide. Because double headers, guys, are exhausting. But we've done them before. We can do it again. We go to the bottom of 7th. Cardinals here lead 3-1 in a big game here at the Vet. Leading off for the Phillies is going to be Keith Moreland. He's 1 for 2. It's right switch right. The Cardinals are going to go probably with a right-hander here from the bench, from the bullpen. And they're not going to use Suter. It's not yet time for him. The one thing about the Cardinal bullpen, it's not the best in some cases. Coming into pitch for the Cardinals will be Doug Bear. Bear, a trade from the Cincinnati Reds late in the year. 4 wins, 2 losses, a save, a 5.10 ERA. So here comes Doug Bear to pitch to Keith Moreland to start the bottom of the 7th. So I guess Doug Bear has to bear down. See what baseball, these guys see what baseball demos does to me? Really? Bear with the pitch. 6-6, that's blank. Moreland. 5-6. And against the righty, he leads off right with a big-time double into right field. Moreland leads off with a double to right off of Bear. Moreland gets his second hit of the game. It's a big-time leadoff double. He will hold at second. The batter now is Boa. Boa is 1 for 2. Infielder stays back. Moreland really not a stealing threat to do anything, and nothing's happening. Moreland on at second. Bear looking in on Boa. Bottom of the 7th, 3-1 Cardinals. Bear will make the pitch. It's a 3-5. That's an error on a grounder. Boa. 1-3, and that's not going to be an error. It's going to be a slow rolling grounder to second base. That's picked up by her. Boa has a base running rating of 4. Picked up by her. Throws to first, and it is not in time. Boa gets to first on a single. Moreland automatically goes to third. Infield single for Boa. And once again, the Phillies are in business. And now the batter is Trio. Trio is 0 for 2. Runners at first and third. Infield is going to go to double play depth. They have a 2-run lead. They'll trade 2 outs for the run. Doug Bear looking in. Actually, you know what? No, they're going to call the infield in because Moreland, a base running rating of 1. There's no way he can go home. I think, do you go infield in here or do you go for the 2? Because if you try for 2, Moreland automatically scores. You know, it's a 2-run lead. Cardinals need this game. I'll keep it infield in. Got to try to prevent runs. Bear will pitch the Trio, checking on a strategy roll. That is a 12. Nothing happening. Bear looking in. He makes the pitch. 3-5. Again with an error on a grounder. Trio, 4-3, and that is a ground ball to third. Let's see here. Let me make sure. 4-3. Yep, it's a ground ball to third. That's picked up by her. That's picked up by Obertfeld. His error rating is a 10. That's a 14. He will not make an error. Now, Moreland will not try to go. His base running rating is a 1. The throw will go to first to get Trio, and that is the first out. Boa automatically makes second. So they do not get an error, and the throw goes to first. Boa goes there. It's going to be a ground out to third. So now there is 1 out, and the infield is still in. Dan Larson due to bat. They will pull him. Of course, the Phillies will go to the bench. Runners at second and third. They need a switch or a lefty, and it's going to be a lefty. And coming on to bat for the Phillies will be Greg Gross. .225 average, no homers, and 7 RBIs. He does have the most at bats as a lefty. So here is Greg Gross against Bear. Runners at second and third. Do I want Bear to pitch here? I want Bear to pitch. He's already pitched to 3 batters. He is Gross. Yes, he is. He got a lefty, and then he got a righty, and got switch. The Cardinals are going to go to the bullpen again. Doug Bear is going to come out, and I think they're going to bring in a lefty here to pitch. And they're going to go with this guy. Coming on to pitch now for the Cardinals is going to be Jim Cott. 6 wins, 6 losses, 4 saves, a 3.40 ERA. Cott, a lefty, and he will now be the third Cardinal pitcher. He'll pitch to Gross. Infield is still in. Jim Cott. He will pitch to Gross. A big at bat here for the Phillies. Checking strategy still. Nothing happening. Cott will make the pitch. 3-3. That is a blank. Gross swings. 3-3. And it's going to be a base hit to left field for Gross. A single to left. Greg Gross gets a pinch hit single. Moreland comes in to score. Will it score Boa, though? Base running rating is a 4. Single to left. +1 is 5. Left fielder Orge. +1 is 6. There's not going to be a throw. Boa comes in, slides into home plate. Safe. Gross gets a 2 RBI single. Tie game. Stadium cheers. Yay! I bring in a lefty to try to go against the lefty, and Greg Gross smacks a big-time single into left, scores 2 runs. We're tied at 3. And Bob Forsch in the dugout slams his mitt on the ground, knowing he could have gotten this win. And the batter now is Lonnie Smith. Smith is 0 for 2. He walked his last time up. Gross, not really a stealing threat, but the double play is on. Checking a strategy roll. That is a 4, and he does not get the call. And Smith is not, we're not going to do a hit and run here. Although Smith does not, he strikes out a little worse against lefties, though. Caught with the pitch. 3-2. That's a possible error. Smith. 5-3. That's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Hernandez. His error rating is a 2. He barely misses it. That's a 3. There will not be an error. So let's see if they turn a double play. 1-0. No pivot. No extra +1 because it was hit to first. Shortstop is Templeton, a +1. A 1 or a 2, they get the double play. It is a 4. They do not. Gross is thrown out at second. And Smith will make it to first. 2 outs. Pinch hit single by Gross. And a big-time double play. But Smith goes into the fielder's choice. And now the batter is Rose. Charlie Hussell 0 for 3, but now 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Cott looking in, ready to make the pitch. Lonnie Smith is a stealing threat. That 10 does not allow him to get the jump. He has a 10, but -1 from Cott makes him a 9. Smith has to stay where he is. Cott will pitch. 1-5. That's a blank. Rose. 5-1, and it's a ground ball to short. That'll get taken care of by Templeton. Pumps up there and throws to first to get Rose, and that will retire the side. What an inning for the Phillies. 2 runs on 3 hits. And after 7, we're tied at 3. First place pretty much on the line in the National League East for these 2 teams. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Gary Templeton leads off for the Cardinals. He will bat. It's switched left-right, and I think they're going to go with I think the Cardinals, I think the Phillies will go with a lefty here. Coming on to pitch for the Phillies is going to be Sparky Lyle. 9 wins, 6 losses, 2 saves. A 4.44 ERA. Sparky Lyle will go up against Gary Templeton. He is the leading lefty with the most relief appearances. It's the 8th inning. I still have to go with that to make it some sort of realism. Tied at 3, Lyle will pitch to Templeton. Lyle, 2-6. That's an error on a throw. Templeton, 1-5. That's a ball hit to right field. That is a 15 against the lefty. That's going to be too high. And getting over there is going to be McBride. He'll make the catch. Out number 1. It's a fly out to right. Templeton got a little bit of it, but couldn't get much. And now here is Hernandez. Hernandez, 1 for 3. He's got a solo bomb in this game. Lyle will make the pitch. A 2-3 against the lefty. Strikeout 13. That's too high. Hernandez 2-1 and against the lefty. Single right past second. And that will be a single for Hernandez. Hernandez gets his second hit of the game. He will hold at first. And now a chance for Hendrick. Hendrick 2 for 3. A solo bomb and a single. Infield a double play death. Tied at 3. Both these teams are in the playoffs. The question is, who will be playing a division series? Who will be playing in the division series and who may have to play a wild card series depending on where they finish. And even Pittsburgh is not out of it yet because they're in 3rd and they could take 2nd from one of these teams. Hernandez on it first. A 6, nothing happening. Lyle will go ahead and make the pitch to Hendrick. Actually, a hit and run was available, but I'm not going to do it here. Hendrick will pitch. Hendrick will wait the pitch from Lyle. Here it comes. Lyle, a 2-6. Again, the error on a throw. Hendrick, 3-3. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Grounder to second. Ground ball to second. The ball is hit to Trio. His error rating is a 4. That's a 4. He's going to make a throwing error. That's going to be an error on Trio. Now the question is, where did the ball go? Because a double play was available. 2-0-3. Shortstop. Boa is a 0. So a 1-2. Let's see what it would have been, but it already is a throwing error. That is a 2. So it was a double play chance. So the throw would have went to second. It's an error on a throw. The second baseman for Philadelphia, the shortstop is Boa. His range is a 2. Does he prevent the ball from getting past him? No, he does not. No, he does not. Now Hernandez's base running rating is a 4. Does he take 3rd? No, he doesn't. He stays at second on a 5, and Hendrick cannot move up. And that is an error on Trio, an E4. Oh, wow, what a time for that to happen. First error on the Phillies. They actually had 2 errors in this game, and that's the first. So a big-time error on Manny Trio, an error on a throw, and even though Boa couldn't make it, Hernandez decided to be conservative and stay at second and not try anything. Now the batter is Orge. Orge is 1 for 3. 1 out here. Infield still at double play depth. Runners at first and second. Lyle will pitch to Orge. Pitch is coming. Checking a strategy roll. 17, nothing happening. Lyle with the pitch. 3-5, that's a blank. Orge, 6-5, and it's a fly ball to center field. Lonnie Smith will get to it. That is out number 2. Hernandez's base running rating is a 4. On a fly out to center, subtract 2 becomes a 2. Smith, a -1 is a 1. The only way Hernandez can get the 3rd is on a 1. It is a 4. He stays put, and there are now 2 outs. And now can Ken Oberkfell try to go ahead and get this game to give the Cardinals the lead? Oberkfell is 2 for 3. And they're going to bring in a new pitcher for Lyle. He is done. Oberkfell hits righties worse. They're going to go to a right-hander here, even though Oberkfell is a right-handed batter. Not a save situation yet, so the Phillies will go with Mike Prawley. 2 wins, a loss, 2 saves, a 3.86 ERA. So here is Mike Prawley against Oberkfell. It's the 8th inning. I'll keep Oberkfell in there. He bats at .293. There's no need to take him out. 2 outs. Cardinals and Phillies tied at 3. Strategy roll. Nothing there with a 6. Prawley looking to go ahead and try to get this inning over. Prawley with the pitch. 3-6. That's a possible error. Oberkfell. 3-6. And against the righty, it's a fly ball to right field. Getting under it is McBride. His error rating is a 2. That's an 18. He has room. He makes the catch and retires the side, and the Phillies get out of it. No runs, a hit, and 1 error on the Phillies, but the Cardinals cannot cash in. As we go to the bottom of the 8th. Gary Matthews leads off for the Phillies. They have right, left coming up. Question is, nope, Cott's going to come out of the game. The Phillies will go to the bullpen. Probably bring in a righty here, and it is the 8th inning. And the question is, do you bring in Suter now, or do you still have the 9th? I think you save Suter, and the Cardinals are going to bring in Mark Liddell. 1 win, 3 losses, 2 saves, a 4.39 ERA. Mark Liddell will be the 4th Cardinal pitcher. Gary Matthews leads off. He will bat. Matthews is 1 for 3. Can the Phillies take a lead here in the bottom of the 8th? Liddell, 1-1. Walk plus. Not a good way to start. Matthews will go to first on a 2. Oh, tough way to start by Mark Liddell. Matthews goes to first. And the batter now is Michael Jack Schmidt. Schmidt is 1 for 3. Matthews a definite stealing threat. Infield double play. And he needs a 3 or lower to get the jump. It is a 10. He does not. Liddell will pitch to Schmidt. Schmitty has a single today. Phillies fans at the vet hoping for a big hit from Schmitty. Liddell with the pitch. 5-4 against the righty. Strikeout 3. Got him. He gets Schmidt on a K. He walks Matthews, but he strikes out Schmidt. Out number 1. And that's big. That's big. And the batter is McBride. McBride is 1 for 3 as well. Matthews does not get the jump. He stays at first. Liddell will pitch to McBride. Here it comes. Liddell 2-5 against the lefty. It's an automatic out, and it will be a ground ball to first. Let's see if they turn the double play. 2-0-2. Shortstop Templeton +1 is 3, and they do it. Right to first base, throws to second. Templeton back to first. Double play, inning over. 3-6-3 double play. And it looked like it was going to be an interesting inning, but the Cardinals shut them down. Still tied at 3 here after 8. Will we see some 9th inning magic? We start with the top of the 9th. Cardinals and Phillies tied at 3. Leading off for the Cardinals is Darryl Porter. Porter is 0 for 2. They're going to let him bat. They're going to let him bat, I think, here, or do they? Let's see. What do we do if you're the Cardinals? Could be looking at extra innings again for the 2nd straight game. Let's see. It is the ninth inning. I can bring in anybody, and that is what I'm going to do. Darryl Porter is going to be called back, and coming on to pinch hit for the Cardinals is going to be Orlando Sanchez. He has a 286 average, but he's also going to take over at catcher. So timeout on the score, timeout on the field for substitution. He does make errors, not a good thrower, but they're going to use Orlando Sanchez with that 286 average. Mike Prawley due to bat fourth in the bottom of the ninth, and they're going to bring him back. Mike Prawley's going to come back. It is the ninth inning, so now anybody now can go ahead and pitch. And coming on to pitch for the Phillies will be Tug Mcgraw. 2 wins, 4 losses, 10 saves, a 2.66 ERA. It's now time to get your best pitchers in there. So here is Tug Mcgraw. He's back on the Philly roster, and he'll pitch to Sanchez. Top of the ninth, tied at 3. Mcgraw with the pitch. 5-3. That's a walk plus. That's a 5. It will walk Sanchez. Mcgraw walks the first batter he faces, and Sanchez will go to first. That's a big base on balls. The next up is David Green, and even though he's done very well in the outfield, he's going to be pulled back as well. He is in center field. Let's see who they're going to bring in. And coming in to play center field and also pinch hit for the Cardinals will be Tito Landrum, a 261 average. He will come up. So timeout again on the score on the field for player change. So here is Tito Landrum against Tug Mcgraw. Sanchez on at first. Infield at double play depth. Mcgraw will pitch. Infield strategy roll. That is a 4. Sanchez does not get the jump, but Landrum is a 9. He does get the hit and run. I'm going to send him on a hit and run. Landrum's going to do a hit and run here. Mcgraw with the pitch. 6-1. Possible error. Landrum. 3-5, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. The ball is hit to Schmidt. His error rating is a 10. That's a 13. He will not make an error. Now, it is a hit and run. Landrum, 2. -2 is 0, and a 1 in the infield of double play depth. There is no chance of a double play. Sanchez's base running rating is a 4. But with the infield at double play depth becomes a 3. So a 1-3, Sanchez will make second. It is a 3, and he does. The only play was the first to get Landrum, and that's out number 1. So the hit and run actually does do what it's supposed to do. It does get the runner over, and there is 1 out. Mark Liddell is now due to bat. We will see a pinch hitter for him against Mcgraw. And coming on to pinch hit for the Cardinals will be Gene Roof. Roof, a 300 hitter, although he only had 60 at-bats in 81. But Roof gets the call here against Mcgraw. 1 out, infield is back. Mcgraw trying to go ahead and get it done. A big play here for Mcgraw. Phillies fans hoping to get out of this inning. Checking a strategy roll. Nothing happening. Mcgraw with the pitch. It's a 3-4, strikeout 5. He got him. He got Roof on a K. 2 outs. That was the one problem with Roof. If a strikeout comes up, he's pretty much doomed. 2 outs now. And now it's up to Tommy Herr. Herr is 0 for 4. You know he's due to get a hit here. Sanchez on at second. Mcgraw looking to pitch. Checking a strategy roll again. That is a 4. He will not go. McGraw will pitch to her. Pitch on the way. 5-2. It's a blank. Her swings. 4-6. It's a line drive right to short. Boa makes the catch. Side retired. The Phillies get out of it. Her lines out to short for the second straight hit. And all of that goes for nothing as it stays 3-3 going into the bottom of the 9th. Sanchez does take over at catcher. Landrum moves over to center field. Leading off for the Phillies in the bottom of the 9th inning magic is Keith Moreland. G. Puck joins us here at Veteran Stadium. So Keith Moreland will lead off. Cardinals need a pitcher here. And they'll probably go, and they're going to bring out the guy that you got to go with in this case, and that is Mr. Suter. Bruce Suter, the man who invented the save statistic. 3 wins, 5 losses, 25 saves, a 2.62 ERA. Bruce Suter coming in. His job, get this to the 10th inning and extras for free baseball. Moreland leading off, and he is going to bat a 255 average. I'll keep him out there. Isn't free baseball equals magic? You never know. Bruce Suter will make the pitch. It's a 1-3 strikeout, 18. That's too high. Moreland 3-5, and it's a fly ball center field. Getting over there will be Landrum, who just took over, and that's out number 1. One out. Next batter is Boa. Boa is 2 for 3. Of course, we'll go extras. Suter will go pitch against Boa. Pitch from Suter. And that's a 6-5. That's a range play at the park. Veteran Stadium says 6-3, and it's a blank. We got again a rare play. Rare play, bases empty. It's a 63. 3-2 pitch, call the ball for a walk. Pitcher argues call and gets thrown out of the game. Bruce Suter just got ejected. You gotta be kidding me. 3-2 pitch, called the ball for a walk. Suter is livid and he's ejected. Boa goes to first. The Cardinals just lost their best reliever. Oh my! Can someone please tell me what Bruce Suter said to the umpire? I need to know what he said. I don't think I was watching that. So someone will have to let me know. That is a walk for Boa. Suter is out. He gets ejected. Manny Trio's the next batter, and he will bat. And I think the Cardinals are bringing a righty here. And boy, that hurts. But it can be anybody. And coming on to pitch for the Cardinals will be Luis De Leon. No wins, a loss, no saves. A 2.35 ERA. Luis De Leon will pitch against Manny Trio. I can't say it, but if you can read my lips, Lena Jung says ejected. F-bomb. Yes, ejected, thrown out of the game. He argued something with the umpire, and he said he can't say it, but if you can read my lips. And go to the shower. Suitor to commissioner's rigging things again. Rigging things again, huh? That's bad. De Leon will pitch to Trio. The winning run is at first. Boa is a steal threat. Does he get the jump? Yes, he does. It's a 4. Let's see. 14-0. Catcher Sanchez, a +2 is a 16. You know what? I'm going to try it out. I'm going to call the steal. Boa gets the jump. There he goes. His needs a stolen base is a 1-16. Picked up as Sanchez. Throws to second. He is safe. And it could be an error. Sanchez's error rating is a 20. It is an error. Sanchez picks it up, throws it past second, into the outfield it goes. Boa is on third. Stadium cheers. Yay! Stolen base for Boa and an error on Sanchez. His error rating is a 20. Automatically throws it into the field on an error, and Boa's on at third. First error on the Cardinals, and they did have one error in this game historically. What a huge error right now. And now Manny Trio, the infield has to come in. The question is, do you now walk Trio? Because, and I think you do in this case, and pitch to Lonnie Smith, but Lonnie Smith is more dangerous, but he may have a better chance of getting an out. Oh, boy. They're going to intentionally walk Manny Trio and put him on first, because his run means nothing. And we'll have a pinch hitter coming in for Tug Mcgraw. He was the next batter due. And the Phillies will bring in a pinch hitter. And the pinch hitter is going to be George Vukovic. A 385 average with only 26 at-bats. But remember, this is the ninth inning. I can bring in anybody I want to pitch or hit, no matter what the stats are. So here is George Vukovic, a 385 hitter with only 26 at-bats. And yes, did you expect a 1-2-3 closing inning at RJL 518? I think not. Infield is going to be in. His double play ratings is 0. They must call the infield in. Let's see if anything happening on a strat. De Leon will stay out there and pitch. It doesn't matter. Vukovic hits righties or lefties no matter what. Strategy roll 11. Trio stays put. De Leon looking in, ready to make the pitch. It's a 1-5. It's a range play at the park. Veterans Stadium says 2-2, and it's a fly ball to left field. Fly out to left. That is a 5. It's going to be a base hit, but it's a range play. The left fielder for the Cardinals is Forsch. His range is a 2. He's got to make it, or the Phillies will win this game. The throw getting over there is Forsch. He dives, and he can't get it. Base hit, ball game. George Vukovic smacks into left field. Boa comes in to score. Phillies win 4-3. That's your game. Stadium cheers. Yay! Bottom of the ninth inning, strikes again. Luis De Leon, it was a range play at the park, hit the left, and the left fielder was Forsch. His range is a 2. That's a 5. He can't get it. And a big-time hit by George Vukovic. And the Phillies win this game 4-3. Boa scores. What a game here, and I'm going to put this down as a Game of the Year candidate, just the way it finished. Bruce Sutter got thrown out of the game. He got ejected. I don't know if that would have made a difference, but we'll never know, and we're not going to look to see what might have been. George Vukovic, a pinch hit, game-winning RBI. Boa comes in to score. 4-3 Phillies, and the Cardinals are now 2.5 back for the division lead. And now, depending on what the Pirates do, they could tie the Cardinals for second. And that could be big. You want to at least play a wild card series. You don't want to play just the playoff. You don't want one game for all the marbles, unless it's a game 7. 1 run on 1 hit. A walk, a stolen base, and an error. What a game. Final line score coming up. Lucinski would have caught it twice. For the Phillies, 4 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. For the Cardinals, 3 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Tug Mcgraw. He gets the win. The losing pitcher is Bruce Sutter because Larry Boa was walked by Sutter, and he is the winning run. Sutter comes away with the loss in this one, and he really didn't get a chance to he couldn't get a chance to do anything about it because the umpire threw him from the game. They may want to check the umpire's bank account and see if the Phillies might have gave him a check. Don't go away. 10-minute ticker coming right up. That's the first win for the Phillies on the board as well. The Phillies were 0-5 on the board before they won tonight. They were 0-5. They never won a game on the board this season. That's amazing, actually, I think. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball of Replay Sports. Now, here's the standings, as you can see at this moment. The Red Sox are a game back of the Yankees for the division lead. This is now going to be 2.5 back of Philadelphia. Pittsburgh, depending on what happens there, they could be with a tie for them. Remember, in 1981, not every team played a full slew of games, of course. Some actually played 102. The Cardinals only played 102 games. The Phillies played 107. I'm going by percentage points. Percentage points will decide, not the amount of wins. Percentage points make the difference here. They decide the playoffs. We already have the 3 teams in the AL East and the NL East. The Rangers are a game and a half ahead of Kansas City for second. The White Sox in California, the Angels are on life support. They lose today and the Royals somehow win. The Angels will probably be out. This, of course, is the series everybody's waiting for. The Dodgers are 3 games ahead of Atlanta. Cincinnati has a 1-game lead on Houston. Depending on what happens tonight, tomorrow's game could be ginormous. Actually, tomorrow's game is ginormous no matter what happens. It is time for the 10-minute ticker. So the Phillies get the win 4-3. So the Phillies now have 61 wins. The Cardinals have now lost 4 straight. And this is the page we're using here. As you can see, since I started this page, the Cardinals have lost 4 straight. The Astros have lost 3 in a row. The Giants, Philadelphia, anything's possible here. So let's get started with the ticker, shall we? I know what you guys have been waiting for this the whole game. California at the White Sox. This is a big game. California, 1 game back of the White Sox for 4th. California needs to win this game. California, 7-11. Nope, that's not going to do it. That's 0. White Sox, 18-52, and that's going to be 7. The White Sox will get that win. And now the Angels are 1 game over 500, and they're going to now drop 2 games back of the White Sox. I'm ready to probably take California off the board. Boston at Milwaukee. Big game. Red Sox, 1 game back of the Yankees for the division in the AL East. Boston, 15-26. And that is 4. Milwaukee 14-41, and that is 5. The Brewers will beat the Red Sox. Red Sox now drop to a game and a half. Kansas City at Minnesota. Kansas City, the White Sox have gained a half game on them. Kansas City needs to win to stay a full game ahead. Kansas City 11-45. This should do it. That's going to be 5. Minnesota a 3-14. That's 0. And the Royals get a win here. Minnesota takes a loss. And with that win, the Kansas City Royals stay a game ahead of the White Sox. Toronto at Oakland. This game is meaningless. The Athletics, although not 100%, Oakland, an Oakland win and a Texas loss, Oakland clinches home field throughout. Toronto, a 5-63, and that is 6. Oakland a 12-44, and that is 5. Nope, Oakland will have to wait another game, it looks like, at least. So the A's take a loss, and Toronto gets a win. But still, now a Texas loss, and Oakland, their magic number will be down to 1 for home field throughout. And that is both leagues. Oakland already would have home field over the National League. Texas and Seattle. Big game for the Rangers. Texas 15-61, and that is 7. The Mariners 4-36, and that is 3. And Texas gets a win as they beat the Mariners. And with that win, they stay a game and a half ahead of Kansas City for second. San Francisco at Atlanta. The game means a lot to the Braves. Huge game now in the National League. San Francisco at Atlanta. Here it comes. San Francisco 4-33, and that is 2. Atlanta 10-44, and that is 4. And the Braves get another win, as the Giants have just absolutely, totally collapsed this month. Houston at Cincinnati. We're going to save that for last. So we're going to skip it. San Diego and the Dodgers. This game is more important for the Dodgers. San Diego a 2-51, and that is 3. Dodgers a 5-51, and that is 4. The Dodgers will beat the Padres. They will beat San Diego. The magic number for the Dodgers does go down. Their magic number is now 3 to win the division. Jim Connell joins us here in the 10-minute ticker. Now we move on to the Cubs and the Mets. Meaningless game. Cubs a -525. That's 0. Maybe my Mets can get a happy recap. 746. Yep, my Mets do get a happy recap. And that's a 4-0 win. And my Mets have a happy recap for the night. I'll be happy to take a win and hope my Mets finish strong for the next replay. Montreal at Pittsburgh. One of the guys was asking how come I haven't been doing the Pirates. Reason is because Pittsburgh is playing teams that are not in the playoff hunt right now. Pittsburgh does play the Cardinals on the final weekend. So I may have to play one of those games. We'll see. Montreal at Pittsburgh. A chance for the Pirates to tie the Cardinals for second. Montreal 9-54, and that is 5. Pittsburgh 6-16. Nope, that's 1. And the Pirates will not be able to tie the Cardinals. And with that loss, Pittsburgh right now, because of the Philadelphia win, Pittsburgh is now 4.5 back of the division with 4 days of baseball left. The Pirates were just eliminated from winning the division tonight, but they are still in the playoffs. They could still take second. They're a game back of the Cardinals. So the Pirates have now been eliminated from the division. Now the game everybody wants to see. Houston and Cincinnati. We have this game tomorrow. Nolan Ryan against Bruce Borini. But tonight, it's Vern Rule and Mario Soto. Houston has as one game back of the Reds. Houston wins, they're tied for third again. Cincinnati wins, it's a 2-game lead with a very big possibility of pretty much nearly knocking the Astros out tomorrow. Is everybody ready for the roll? This is what everyone wants to see. Houston, Cincinnati. Here it comes. Cincinnati, Houston, a 665. A 665, and that is 7. The Reds, an 865, and that is 8. The Reds, both the Reds and the Astros both roll the same, but the Reds, because they're a little higher with an 8 with Mario Soto over Rule, they get an 8, and the Astros with a 65 on a 6, they get a 7, and the Reds win this game. Holy cow! And this one belongs to the Riggs. Holy cow, what a dice roll! Both with 65s, and the Reds now have a 2-game lead on Houston, with pretty much, if Cincinnati wins tomorrow night, Houston is probably done. Remember also, Houston does play the Dodgers in the final weekend. So a humongous game tomorrow night between the Astros and the Reds. Cincinnati wins their 4th straight, and the Astros lose their 4th straight. Holy cow, what a day here at Inside Pitch. At Inside Pitch here at RJL 518. That is your 10-minute ticker tonight. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. And tomorrow it will be Nolan Ryan for the Reds. Nolan Ryan for the Astros. Bruce Borini for the Reds. Starting the month of October 1st, the last few days of baseball in the 81 seats are approaching. Don't miss that game tomorrow night. Be there or be square. BB, Jim Connell, world's worst gamer. Steeler fan, Big Clue. Lena Young, G Puck. Let's see who else we got here. G Puck. And Midlife Crisis, Wesley Kring, Woodman 564. Thank you for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. And make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night for a big game between the Reds and the Astros. But tonight, it was a big win for the Phillies over the Cardinals. They win it tonight 4-3 on a walk-off single by George Vukovich in the bottom of the 9th. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care.